Are you sick of those unpredictable AI bills just eating up your budget? Well, today, we're going to build an AI automation stack that gives you world-class performance, total control, and get this, it's all for about $30 a month. Yeah, you heard that right. Let's dive in.
So, the biggest problem we're solving here is the insane and often unpredictable cost of all these commercial AI tools. I think we've all felt that pain, right? You build something amazing, it gets a ton of usage, and then bam, you're hit with this massive bill. It's a total nightmare. This stack, well, this is the antidote.
I mean, just look at this comparison. It is night and day. On one side, you've got your standard SaaS model. We're talking thousands of dollars a month. You have basically zero control, and the speed is, well, whatever they feel like giving you. But on the other side, that's our stack. A flat, predictable $30. Total ownership over your data, and absolutely world-class speed. This isn't just a small step up, it's a complete game changer. So, you're probably asking yourself, how on earth is this even possible? Well, it all comes down to a really clever design philosophy. This is the secret sauce, the central idea that makes this entire low-cost, high-performance stack a reality. Okay, so here's the core concept. It's called the Brittle Core Resilient Periphery. Now, I know what you're thinking. Brittle sounds bad, right? Like it's going to break. But in this case, it's actually a strategic choice. It means our core, our main engine, is intentionally fixed in its cost and its capacity. It can't just scale up to infinity and run up a monster bill. Then, we surround that core with a resilient periphery, which is just a collection of powerful, scalable, and mostly free services that handle all the unpredictable high-demand stuff. All right, let's start with the foundation. The core is where we lock in that predictable monthly bill. It's all about self-hosting the absolutely essential pieces so that we never, ever get a surprise invoice again. And this post from Reddit just hits the nail on the head. This is the fear that drives this whole design. Most cloud providers just love to charge overage fees. So a simple programmer mistake, a leaked key, or a sudden traffic spike could literally cost you thousands. Our core is designed from the ground up to prevent this. So how do we build this fixed cost foundation? With two key pieces. First, a Hostinger single VPS. And we chose this one for a very specific reason. If you go over your bandwidth limit, they just slow you down. They don't charge you overage fees. That right there eliminates the risk of a surprise bill. Second, we use Docploy. Think of it as your own little personal cloud platform. It's a self-hosted tool with a simple graphical interface that makes managing our apps and databases way, way easier. So let's look at how data actually flows inside this core. Think of it in 3 steps. Step 1 is the glue. For this, we use NNN, an amazing open source tool that catches webhooks and connects to over 1,000 different apps. Now, when a task gets too complicated, NN passes it to step 2, the brains. This is a server running LangGraph, which is just perfect for building smart AI agents that need to remember things. And finally, step 3 is persistence. That's where all our data and the agent's memory gets stored reliably in Postgres and Redis. So to break down those core engines again, NN is the glue. It's the vital integration layer connecting everything. For the actual heavy lifting, the AI agent logic, we use LangGraph. It is fantastic for building agents that can remember conversations and loop through tasks. And finally, we use Pydantic. Think of it as quality control. It makes sure the AI's output is always clean, structured, and reliable. Now, this is a really critical point, so listen up. The NN documentation is crystal clear on this. For a real production-grade setup, you have to use PostgreSQL as your database and Redis to handle the message queue. The default database is fine for playing around, but it will absolutely not handle the load of a real-world application. Trust me on this. We've built our cheap, stable core. Now for the really fun part, the free superpowers. This is the resilient periphery, that outer layer of best-in-class services that gives us incredible speed and reliability, and yeah, mostly for free. Let's talk about speed for a second. This benchmark shows how long it takes 2 different AI models to do the same task. GPT-4, about 8.5 seconds. The same model on a platform called Grok, just 1.2 seconds. That is a staggering difference, and that's the key to building AI agents that feel truly real-time. And this is exactly why Grok is our engine of choice for the periphery. It can process over 1,000 tokens per second. That's the kind of speed that unlocks truly interactive, real-time AI experiences. And it does it at a fraction of the cost of the other big models. So what's actually in our periphery? Well, We have Grok for that blazing speed. We use Cloudflare Workers as our free API gateway. It gives us 100,000 free requests every single day. Upstash Qstash acts as a buffer, protecting our core from getting slammed with traffic. Ingest helps us manage those really complex, long-running AI jobs with built-in retries. And Sentry keeps an eye on everything, monitoring for errors, all on its generous free plan.
So now, we bring it all together. By combining our fixed-cost core with this high-performance free periphery, we create a hybrid superstack that really does give us the best of both worlds.
The strategy is actually pretty simple. You move your core logic off of those expensive SaaS platforms and run it on your own cheap, predictable server. Then you just bolt on these amazing free services to handle what they do best, giving you incredible speed, security, and reliability. But how do you securely connect the outside world to your core? The answer is a Cloudflare tunnel. See, the old way was to just open up ports on your server's firewall, leaving it exposed. The modern, secure way is to run a small connector inside your server that creates an outbound-only link to Cloudflare. This means your server's firewall can stay completely closed, making it pretty much invisible to attackers. This is an absolutely non-negotiable step for security.
And what's the real-world impact of a stack like this? Well, we've seen automation pros go from having workflows that crashed constantly to a 95% success rate. Onboarding clients, which used to take days, now takes just hours. You literally elevate your work from a hobby project to a truly business-grade, reliable system.
So, that's the blueprint. A stack that delivers elite performance and full control for about $30 a month. Look, this isn't just about saving money. It's about empowerment. It's about leveling the playing field. So the only question left is, what will you build with an AI stack that's faster, cheaper, and completely yours?